Hi, I'm Priya.
Hi, I'm Alani.
Hi, I'm Anaya, and we are YLAG. We are working in the community in hopes of making a difference. Today we have with us Christina Mendez.
Hi, I'm Christina Mendez. I'm the CEO and founder of Marie Consulting, a marketing firm or consulting firm that specializes in business and career strategies.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about social media in today's world. Maybe she can ask us some questions, and most of the questions will be for you.
Oh, great.
See if you can help us out a little bit. We want to learn more about social media and, anything.
What you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Okay, to start off the discussion, I want to ask, what age do you think is like an appropriate age to start utilizing social media?
Never. No, I'm just kidding. At least healthily, probably like 12 or 13. Start off slow, like TikTok, or what is the other one? Thriller. It looks like Thriller. I'm gonna call it Thriller. No, it's called Thriller.
Dub smash.
Yeah, or something like that, and then graduate to like Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is not for old people.
It's
not for old people, because that means I'm old, and I'm not old.
I've never had Facebook.
First social media I think it was Kik. It was like a little texting thing. You can text your friends and stuff like that. And I really didn't have, my mom didn't want to give me a phone for some reason, so I used to get on her phone at first and get on Kik, and then when I got my own phone, I made an Instagram and a Facebook.
What was your first social media?
I think my first social media was Snapchat. Yeah. I just follow all my friends there.
I forgot about Snapchat.
Snapchat is stressful. There's too many options.
Yeah.
Like which filter? And it took away the flower one. I used to tear down that flower one. I used to tear that one down.
I used to do it a long time.
Yeah. I'm sorry they took away the flower one. I don't really get on there unless they're gonna bring it back. Maybe I should send them an email. Bring my favorite filter back.
A question I had was how do you think social media has an impact on teenagers nowadays?
It's everything. You guys live for the gram. Yeah. Y'all do it for the gram, right?
Yeah, I feel like it has a big impact on us now because, back in the day they really didn't have social media. So
yeah, I was the last generation that didn't grow up with the internet. So when I got the internet, I was I don't know, probably 9th grade, and it was dial up. So if I was on the internet, you couldn't call the house. So my mom used to always know if I was on the internet because she couldn't call the house.
So it's it'll only work for one.
Yep.
One phone.
Yep.
So
and there was no Wi-Fi.
So
I didn't grow up with this concept of I gotta be perfect for Insta. We didn't have that. I was playing outside.
Yeah. See, for my generation,
I was riding bikes like a normal kid.
Yeah, I grew. I was born in 2004, so it's coming up.
I'm old.
I was when I got older, I seen everybody with social media. I'm I want to make an Instagram account. I want a Facebook. First, my mom didn't allow it, but I used to sneak and make them. Then she'll find out and delete them, and I'll make another one. Go follow my new Instagram, y'all.
That's how it was with cell phones. My mom wouldn't let me have a cell phone. Man, I had 12 cell phones. You ain't about to stop this greatness. I'm gonna give you a phone. What do you guys use social media for? First of all, could you live without it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What kind of answer is that? Why? Tell me why.
I can't live, because when I get my phone taken away, I really be depressed. I get depressed when my phone is gone.
Why?
Because
there's life outside of the internet, right?
But it's when you at home, nothing to do, no social media. I don't have no books.
Books are online now.
Books are online.
So in order for me, I need my phone.
Noble on a field trip, because I promise you there's other stuff to do.
Yeah, so it's I go into depression when I don't have my phone. So I can't live without my phone or social media. I mean, I feel like I can for a few days, but no, I think I can live without it, but I'll be depressed.
That is not okay. We are definitely going to switch that narrative. How do you feel about social media?
I think I could live without it because I only really use social media for entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't I can always call someone does that mean without phones? Mm-hmm. Oh, because the only reason I use social media is to entertainment purposes. So I can just always just watch the TV as long as it's interesting stuff there.
What type of stuff do you guys post?
I don't post anything.
You just have it to just stalk people a weirdo?
They know I'm there. They just know,
I have social media
a ghost account.
It keeps me updated on everything. I know
Read
everything
the
that's going
newspaper.
on.
The newspaper can keep you
No,
updated.
the newspaper don't be like what's going on like in your neighborhood, like
That's
what's
in the
going on in
newspaper.
school,
Newspaper
like
be late.
and then like
Newspaper be
no,
late.
it'd be like this, like all right, I don't have my phone or whatever, right? I'll go back to school the next day. Everybody talking about that. I'm like, I'm lost. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
They be like, oh, girl, you ain't seen what happened. No, I don't got my phone. So it's like when I don't have my phone, I don't know anything that's going on the next day. I be like, I'm just so lost.
So I'm gonna get a paper route and bring you guys newspapers, and
newspaper be
then we're gonna read together.
I mean,
What other questions do you have for me about social media? That's crazy. We'll talk about that in a second.
do you have a question about social media?
Like how? What's a good way to like start like a social media career? Especially
A
at, like,
career? The fact that, yeah, it's definitely a career now. So when we're not going to call it a career. We're going to say that you can use social media to make money. Another word for making money is monetize. So a way that you can use social media and monetize it is you have to be able to create. Another word for create is curate. Valuable content. So most people don't do that, and that's where it gets real toxic. Most people decide who they want to be. So say this is what happens when in our generation or y'all generation. Well, mine too. I don't know. I'm in like 2 generations. They'll decide they want to be somebody. So whether it's a rapper, whether it's an Instagram model, whatever, and then they'll just literally create content around whatever that image is instead of living in their truth. So then you have this created content based on an image that they picked. The problem in that is usually the image they pick isn't themselves. So you might be successful at creating or curating this image of yourself, but it's fake. And so what happens is you're going to continue to chase keeping this persona up because it's curated because you created it. You didn't live in your truth. So in order to start a healthy Instagram and use it healthily is to just live in your truth, just to be honest and be transparent and take people on your journey, whatever that is, whether that's being just you and whatever you're into, talking about it. That is how you can use social media for its good and not its bad. Not going to the store, taking the flick and some shoes and they acting like them the shoes knowing you didn't buy them. Right. You know what I mean? Not doing things purposely for the intention of getting likes, because that's where it comes from. If we're intentionally doing something for a reaction, then we're going to be chasing that reaction, aka addicted. If we're just doing it because it's just we live in our lives, it's not gonna make or break you. So that's how you would start it, just by living in your truth, being transparent, being honest, and just talking. You shouldn't even have a goal in mind with your personal account. It should just be to be yourselves. But unfortunately, most people in this day and age, they do have like an intent. Like I'm trying to be an Instagram model, and I'm trying to flex on old buddy or whatever. And so that's like their intent. If you don't have an intent like that, then it's okay. So like people I follow on Instagram, some of them like use Instagram, Facebook, and a lot of other social medias to promote their businesses. Like, yes, I use mine to promote my businesses.
Yeah. So I think that gets you a lot of more audience because you not only have your own business, but you can put it on social media, get shares, likes.
Yeah, social media is not bad. It's only bad when you use it in a way to. The core of social media being bad is using it in an inauthentic way. If you use it authentically, it's not a problem. If you're literally using it to flex and stunt, you're gonna get caught out, and then you're gonna be salty, and then you gotta delete your account and move to Dubai. Like, so you see what I'm saying? So that's who do you guys love? Who do you guys follow? Who's like your favorite person?
I don't really follow a lot of celebrities. I don't know why.
Good, you shouldn't.
The only celebrity. I
I
mean,
like Tay, like the do hair.
Tay, arrogant Tay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he do be late, girl. He
know
do
who
be
that
late.
is.
He do like everybody's hair. He was doing like Jada's hair, Ari's hair.
He caught with it.
what? I mean, I follow I Am Zoe. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Because I just
He's
like his person. Yes, he's just
hilarious.
funny. So
He's
yeah, I
super
follow
funny.
him. I think that's really the only
Who do you follow?
celebrity I follow.
I follow like my friends. I follow some people that like I watch on YouTube. Like some like I watch a lot of like animation YouTubers, so I follow them to see like
Do you want to animate? If you do, you can get paid. So I literally, no, like side note, I want to get an animation made for my business. And so I reached out to an animator and I was like, how much is it going to cost for this type of example? And emailed him what I want. Why he tell me it was $25 a second?
A second?
Sis, a second. A second, yeah.
No.
I think it's because like the platforms.
It's too much. I was like, I'm gonna figure it out myself. I'm gonna just draw something and
It better be
videotape
done
it.
in a minute if I'm paying
$25 a second as an animator.
And I know there's like some animation platforms like super expensive, but I think 25 is like
You get paid. Come
It's
on.
only like a lot.
That's
Yeah,
rent.
I mean, it's taking their talent to like pay for it.
Not a
Whatever.
second.
I need a discount.
$25 a
But they gotta learn how to manipulate
No,
everything on the computer.
I need a discount
to get it
code.
together.
I need a discount code. Call me, I got a discount code. I was like, oh,
took it
okay.
overboard.
I was like, we won't be
I'ma get
using.
back.
We won't be using you. We won't be using you.
Okay, just like what we were talking about, do you guys think that social media can become an addiction?
Yeah.
Why though?
Because, like, people become upset.
It doesn't
with,
necessarily have to be an addiction to you, but do you think it could be an addiction for like other people?
Yeah. Like,
Especially as like the younger, especially when kids get social media at like a really young age. and
Yeah, it's
they
kinda
grow
hard,
up-
yeah.
When they grow up with social media, it's like
And what happens is the reason why you guys feel or others feel that it's addictive is because, like it goes back to what I said, because they're curating inauthentic content, it starts to make you feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing. And then because they've curated inauthentic content and they get notoriety, which could be likes, shares, comments, everyone wants attention. So acting like you don't want attention is stupid. Everybody wants attention. It's human nature to want to be loved. So we'll just start there. So you look at somebody and they're always posting money and clothes and cars, and they're getting engagement. It's gonna make you like, oh, well, if I do that, then I'll get engagement because you've grown up with it. So you have this false sense that if I have that engagement, people like me, AKA people love me. That's where it gets addictive because if anything that is you can be addicted of is too much. So you can have too much social media. You can eat too much food. You can actually drink too much water. So that is the problem, and that's why it's addictive because we're addicted to artificial content and we're addicted to attention. And because you don't have anything outside of that, we're not reading no books.
Maybe I need
We're
a
not
new
taking
hobby.
no walk in the park and being thankful for God's creations. It's all you have. So it really is important. Like I know I'm joking, but it's important to diversify your attention. So like, y'all don't play no sports?
Yes, I actually cheer.
Exactly. So pouring into that, taking a walk, art, I don't know, family time, real people things, that won't make that pressure of social media so much.
So
And
maybe find a new hobby or
find a hobby. Most
A
kids
hobby.
don't have hobbies because they're so into either video games, YouTube, or social media. So like that's where it is, and it's because you grew up with it. So it's been more accessible to you guys because you've grown up with it. I didn't have that, so I had other stuff going on. So having that balance will keep you from being addicted to it, and keep you from being addicted to it will make you happier.
yeah.
So you see people who are like, I gotta take a social media break. Every time a person does that, they're happier because they're not comparing themselves to other, and they're not having a complex about attention with themselves, and they're also not being fed artificial content because they're living their lives. Does that make sense?
Yes.
do you think that if social media would have like blown up like way before it did, that more people would have thought to like use it to boost their careers, like if like generations ago?
No, I don't think so, because the internet has been around for forever. Computers have been around for forever. It took us to like now to be able to use it, and like, I mean, maybe if it was accessible and user friendly like it is now then, but y'all remember the computers? They was like huge dinosaurs, and they were like hard to use if you weren't like a genius. So I don't think so. I think it's the time that allows for us to like, use it. I don't think they would have known back then. They'd been like, what is that? I don't know how to use that. We had Wi-Fi. I told you we had Wi-Fi. I had dial-up internet. We would have been confused. Another question, definitely.
So how do you stay consistent on social media, especially if you're like have school, I have like a full-time job.
Yeah, so like how do you balance it?
Well, since I run a business, I plan all my stuff out, and there's actually apps that allow you to plan your stuff. So when you're in business, they have things called quarters, and they're like fiscal quarters. Fiscal also it's associated with money, right? So I spent from September of last year all the way to December planning out 3 months of this year. So if you guys follow my business page, that's not me posting, it's automated. So
it's like it automatically posts itself?
Yep.
Oh.
I don't got time. I do not got time. I have 3 kids. I'm still in college, and I'm running. I don't got time to be posting. No, I don't, and I won't. So yeah, I just automating it, putting it on auto drive. You can literally do everything. Facebook, Instagram. I did find an app for Twitter, but that's a little tricky. But yeah, just automating it.
A question I had was, how do you know whether a social media account or like a page is a scam or not? Because
It's so funny. People be getting scammed all the time.
Yes,
I'm like,
all the
it
time.
looks fake. So
I mean, some of them really do look legit though.
they do. So say someone has 100,000 followers. So 100,000 followers you should at least have 1,000. We'll just say 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
So if you look at an Instagram page with
followers have to match
100,000
the likes.
followers, but their likes are 101 or 2 or 3, that's a sign. That means they probably bought their followers. If there's no contact information, that's the craziest thing to me. Like, if there's no email to contact them in their bio, like for inquiries, any real business person wants to make sure that you have a way to ask questions. So if it's an Instagram page that doesn't have a
business
way
number.
to get in contact with them outside of that profile, that's a warning sign. And then look at the content. So you know how like you'll see one image and then you'll see it again reposted somewhere else.
Yeah.
See if that's original content or you saw that somewhere else. So like I see like a lot of online boutiques, but I really first saw that image on Fashion Nova.
Right.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they do that a
So
lot.
if you look at that and you're like, I saw this on Fashion Nova. Why would you buy from that account? If you know it came from Fashion Nova,
Nova,
just go to
right.
Fashion Nova. So the quality of the content, if they have accessible booking information, like to ask you a question or whatever, and then say you decide for whatever reason you ain't listening to none of the warning flags I just told you, and you inbox them and they immediately start asking you, oh well, send me this. Well, once you send me my payment, I'll answer a question for you. Or once I have that, or once you pay me, if they start pressing you for money like up front, that's a red flag. Like this isn't, because no real business person that knows anything about anything would do that. So those are how you know it's fake.
Okay.
And like you can look at people, like even it can get as deep as like when you have like fake accounts, like look at the seasons in which somebody's posting. So I made some fake accounts in my day, okay? I've had some breakups and I had to make some fake accounts to see what was going on, okay? But say it's the winter time, but this person, because we were assuming it's a fake account, is posting like selfies or outfits for the summer, right? And they're from here, they're from your city.
And you know it's like
And they're
cold
not
outside.
right, and they're not paying attention to that. You'll be surprised. Like you would think fake, because they're being a fake account, they would want to be as realistic as possible. But people are stupid.
Right.
So you can like look at it like that, and then if it's like a personal fake account, go cross-reference them from Facebook. Everybody has a Facebook.
Yeah.
You can't find that person on Facebook. They probably not real. Or if you do find them, and what you see on the Instagram account doesn't match what it is on the Facebook, then that's probably a red flag. That's not a real person. I've had fake accounts made by, like, people have made fake accounts for me before.
Made them for you?
Like, I found a fake Christina Mendez account. And I was like, what is this? Like, why would somebody do this?
Right.
So, yeah.
Like, since social media is more popular now and there's, like, kids that's, like, getting famous from it, like, how do you think that's going to affect them later in life? Like, since they're living, like, this image.
Like what would they be when they get older,
it?
when maybe so it start getting old, their followers start falling, like?
It depends. That's going to depend on the parent. Like, my daughter.
How do you keep it consistent? How do you?
My daughter has social media, but she's only allowed to follow me and my friends. Like, my friends can follow her and people we know. And our contingency, the reason why she's allowed to have it is if I check your social media and I see someone that is following you or you're following them and I don't know them, that's it. You only have one chance with me. So I try to keep all her pages private, but she like every so often like somebody random will follow her, and she has to, her job is to be honest with me, like, Mom, I don't know this person, and she'll bring me her phone and I'll block them. So the first time that I see somebody that I don't know, that's not family or somebody that you're allowed to engage with, it's over with. So I think if you grow up with that and they are not being introduced like, we're doing this as a business, this isn't real, we're doing this for a purpose, which is to make money, like you're saying, like the little kid Ryan, you see that he made like 20 million. His parents are doing that, and so they know they
like
had
his parents help him.
Yeah, so I think as long as they know that and they go in with the intent like this is just for this, and then it's okay. It's when you get into that like unhealthy space where like you living for it. Like, I hope that boy playing basketball somewhere, like going outside.
Like just,
right.
Their parents is like, okay, you need to do this, you need to make this video, and they can like live their normal life.
Simplistically, like you gotta have in order for this not to take over your life, y'all have to be living real lives outside of this. Like, and you know, it may take sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. It may take for somebody to call you out, like, you don't really got that bag, you know, you don't really got those shoes, and I bet you won't stunt for Instagram again, right? So I think again, it's the intent and having a strategy. So my daughter's actually about to start her own business, and she'll have an Instagram account, but I'm gonna manage it.
Yeah.
Cause I don't got time. I'm pulling up
Yeah,
somebody's
because I've seen situations like that, like people get exposed on YouTube and stuff for like making their children like dedicate their whole life to social media, or because like when you do that, you know, you get paid for YouTube. Sometimes you get paid for YouTube and Instagram and stuff. So it's like they're dependent on their kid for a paycheck. So if their kid is not there to make videos and this and that, then how are they making income?
Yeah,
so it's
sick.
Like, yeah,
they need to find something to do.
yeah.
I
let your
recommend
child
Jesus. That's what I should start. Yeah, no, we're not doing none of that.
I get like really concerned when like a 12-year-old starts acting like a teenager, and it's just like
yeah, Kylie's fault. That girl, she started that trend. It is concerning, but again, if you're not living a real life, you're gonna fall victim to anything. That's just anything. Isolation, whether it be like you actually isolating yourself or isolation because you're not diversifying what you're giving your time to, it can make anybody go crazy. So it's very important that, remember I told you guys when we was talking last time, please don't rush to try to be, it's bills, okay? You hit 18, the bills is coming. Just enjoy it. Like, don't be in a rush to get somewhere else, because I promise you, when you get to my age, it's not lit. I want to be 16 again and live in my mama's house and have to pay my cell phone bill, and all I gotta do is worry about eating snacks.
Right.
So.
How do you feel about, like, you know, like sometimes those videos go like viral of like a parent like disciplining their kid on social media or like exposing their kid on social media?
It's like not
like
okay.
using social media for discipline.
Yeah. I
feel if you're going to do that, it has to be an extreme. You got to have an out. Like, you know those kids that go like scared straight?
Yeah.
I guess if you feel like this is the only way, fine, but I mean, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I think there's a certain way to go about
dealing with real issues in real life. That is a problem. We take everything to social media.
Yeah.
Social media is literally only supposed to be social. It's now transcended to business, right? But originally, it was just to connect people from different walks of life to talk. We done turned it into like this whole thing. So I wouldn't do that, but I guess they feel like that's the only way to discipline their kid. I mean, I guess so be it.
I feel like that there's a certain, if your child is doing something on social media that you don't condone of, don't get on social media beating up your kid.
Right, because they don't understand.
Maybe tell them like, I don't condone of this, her page will be deleted or his page will be deleted. But don't get on there and like, because that's like, kids get bullied for that stuff.
Yeah. I do think that going forward, parents do need to be a little bit, they need to understand like the world that you live in. So if my daughter is in 9th grade and I'm still telling her she can't have an Instagram, like, Mom, come on now. That's, right, because that's actually a reason she could make fun of for. So I think that you got to have a healthy balance. Like, you guys still have to live
communication.
You guys still have to live your lives. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to use it in a healthy way, and then if you don't, you can't say I didn't let you try to do it.
Give you a chance.
But I'm not gonna act like we don't live in a world where kids need social media to like you said. So if I don't let my daughter have social media, she doesn't get to at least try to see if she can be responsible with it, and then she's lost at school. And then that's not fair. Like, I'm already negating her. That's how you got socialized. So I'm gonna give my kids the opportunity once, but like, That's it. You mess up
if you
once,
mess up, then
try
that's
again at 18, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I know that some like parents like use social media to like show like responsible ways to like, punish kids. Cause I saw like this TikTok, like this like daughter stole her parents' credit card to like buy a camera, and then the parents got the camera in the mail, and they gave the camera to like their son. So like
Oh, well, that was smart.
yeah, and it's like they didn't like make fun of her.
But like stuff like that, don't you think that's weird? Like you guys got to really start looking at these like this is not normal.
Right, to pick up a camera and be like, okay,
This is what I'm going through in my house. That's not normal.
That's
So
weird.
again, if you are living a real life, you'll be able to differentiate like, oh, this is content, because that's all it is content. But like that's not normal for them to be taking like their problems. I'm not taking my problems to social media.
Okay. Another question: how do you use your real name for social media? Like, how do you not share too much? Like,
But sharing too much is like what she said. Like, don't be putting your social security card, your birthday, and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely use my real name. I use my real name because I'm a real person. I'm not hiding anything, and I'm not putting like my license number and where I live. It only happens when you are, again, you're using it so much that you got to tell everybody everything, and you're doing that because you are like self-affirmed by social media. Like that's where it goes too far. But now you can put your real names, and again, you should be following people that you know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be following so many celebrities. Like
Well, there's a lot of danger with that now, like letting random people follow you.
Right, exactly. So I think that's a part of it. Like if you're following people you know, you're being normal with it, then you don't have to. You shouldn't have to worry about crazy people. I mean, it might be one or two, but like my Facebook is people I know. I don't have anybody I don't know. Like that's weird.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of times people have tried to hack or like try to get me to give them more information about myself, like text, like, and then you just have a feeling like this page is fake. So not use your. I mean, use your real name, but not your whole name. My name is this. That. First and last name. You don't need to know your middle name.
Exactly. But y'all, this has been such a good talk. Y'all can hit me up whenever you want and we can talk about this further. Or like if you guys are like, I know shopping and like stuff is normal to do on Instagram. Just hit me up and be like, is this fake? You know what I mean? But thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. It was nice having you here.
Yeah, I'll come back whenever you want. I think that wraps it up.
No more questions.
Any more questions for me?
No.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for watching. Thanks so
for
much.
watching YLAG. We hope to see you guys again. And thanks.
Y'all not gonna shout out your Instagram? I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I was about to do it too.
Right. See?